lesson is going to be that long because we're in the process of starting our projects. And this is kind of a special week because this week you are going to have, let me go to the screen share. You're going to have an extra meeting, and that's why I kind of wanted to keep it short today. Oh, I forgot I put Pepper on there. Oh, Pepper came out this morning to entertain you all. Now he's snoring, but that was last night when I was working. Let's go to classroom over here. And into A, you will see, I kept this pinned up here. And so these are all of our like sort of static links. And then this is week 3. So let's open up week 3. You can also get the past weeks if you need to, by the way, under classwork on weekly plans. I've been stacking them up there so that if you need to go back and get a link to something or whatever, then you can do that. But everything that you need most will be right here on this first post on the stream. So if you go to week 3, I want to walk you through some updates. And then I'll talk about this week's assignments. I haven't added anything this week, and I'll explain why in a minute. Mainly it's because we have our projects and our conferences, but also because the counselors are coming in on Wednesday to meet with you. So there's going to be a synchronous meeting during this time on Wednesday. So I'll get to that. Updates, back to school options and survey. I think I talked about that before we started. Hybrid schedule, I talked about that too. If a question comes up, just let me know. Progress reports go in a week from today in all your classes. So I just thought I would tell you that. Maybe you already know that. And maybe you don't. So progress reports are going in. I have been putting grades in the grade book. This is the kind of class where we don't have tons of grades. We have only a few grades per 6 weeks because mainly we're working on the research project. So not every 6 weeks we'll have 10 grades. But as we grade, I am pretty good about getting them in the grade book and making sure that everything is updated. Right now, the grade that I've been putting in is for the Google Calendar, and the college planning survey is due today. So that one will get a grade, and the project proposal that's due on Wednesday will also get a grade. So all those will go in before the progress reports next Monday. Any questions on progress reports? No. Okay. Okay, so then the next item on the agenda up there is counselor help with Applied Texas. I also put it down here under number 3. Usually I put these in chronological order, right? Like the order that you're going to have to do them. So the counselors realize that FAFSA is coming up soon, and to do FAFSA, you have to have your Applied Texas done. So we start with Applied Texas almost right off the bat when school starts. Applied Texas is the application that you can fill out, in case you don't know, that covers a lot of schools in Texas so that you only have to do like one application and then copy it over to other schools. So the counselors are going to set up a Zoom meeting on Wednesday. I know that it's an asynchronous day, but they didn't want to interrupt class day for that. So on Wednesday this week, you're going to go to our normal class meeting. I'll send you like a reminder the night before. And they are going to be, there's like 3 or 4 counselors that are going to be in class with us. We're going to go to breakout rooms, and there's going to be a counselor in each room helping you with whatever stage you're in with Applied Texas. So if you've been working on Applied Texas and you kind of got stalled and you have some questions, it's going to be the perfect opportunity to ask questions of your counselor. If you haven't started it at all, you need to get going. So they'll be there to help you with that process. And so that's going to last for the class time on Wednesday. That's another reason why I didn't want to add another assignment or anything this week. There's plenty on our plates with the research project and stuff. And, you know, senior stuff is going on too. So any questions about that, meeting up with the counselors on Wednesday? Mark your calendar down, put in a reminder so that you don't, you know, accidentally sleep in thinking it's an asynchronous day. Right. Also, in terms of Applied Texas, I thought I would tell you that I'm working on a project. I should have it done later this week that will help you with the essay. We can talk about the essay, and I can go over the, you know, the college application essay with you. but I'm making a presentation that has little videos embedded to walk you through what I normally tell my classes. Usually it's about a 45-minute or an hour talk that I do with the seniors about their college application essay and, why they're important and, do's and don'ts kind of thing. So I can certainly go over that on Monday if you want, but I'm working on this project also. So if you already have started on your essay, that's great. Some people have already sent them to me and asked me to scrutinize them because, I will. Um, but other people I know are kind of putting it off and waiting to see if somebody's going to give them some directions. And so I will. I can address it in class next week, and I can also give you this project that I'm working on. Hopefully it'll be ready middle of the week, and I'll push it out to you. Maybe I'll put it on as an assignment. I don't know. I'm reluctant to put things on as assignments that aren't really assignments but that's how you see them, right? Like that's the most obvious way that they show up. I don't know. I'll put it on Google Classroom one way or the other, make an announcement or something like that, and then I'll address it next Monday. But I am here to help you with your essay. I will probably make your final draft of your essay a grade for class so that you have to get it done, and I'll push you that way. Questions on the college admissions essay? You can unmute or you can put it in the chat. Give people enough time to think. It's early in the morning. Okay. All right, so let's talk about the college planning survey. That's the one that's due today. Everybody should have that in their Google Classroom under assignments. Many people have already turned it in, so I'm glad to see that. This is going to be one of the topics of conversation when we have our conference. So right now we're about college planning survey, proposal for the project, and the conference. That's our main focus for class right now, besides the Applied Texas stuff. So that's a lot. But I want to have something to discuss with you. I want to talk about what your goals are and, how you're going to get there. It's time to be practical about making sure that you have the scores that are necessary to apply to some of the programs that you're interested in. I want to see you have as many options as possible. So I know that it's still September, but I also know that you're anxious to get started on all your college planning stuff. So I'm here to support you through that and walk you through it the best that I can. So this one's due today. That way I can have it at your conference and we can kind of talk about some of your ideas for your future plans. So if you haven't started on that one's due today. So that will be a grade in the grade book. And then your research proposal is due on Wednesday. And there's some questions about that, but it's due Wednesday. I didn't want to make both things due on the same day. If your conference is today or tomorrow, then I need both of those done before Wednesday, obviously. But the other thing we're going to talk about in your conference is this one, which is your proposal. So I'll bring it up and we'll talk about your project. I'll probably approve it for you right there, like visually while we're talking. We'll talk through it a little bit. I'll ask you some questions if something doesn't seem clear, and you can it's kind of like a pitch, right? You're kind of like pitching your project. I usually say yes to all the projects because I want you to have the opportunity to work on something that you're interested in, right? So for the most part, as long as it, fits the bill for the topic and, seems, upper level in its research, then you're good to go. There is this guideline to help you write through the process. Definitely use this guideline under the green section here to do your proposal. I kind of already laid it all out. You could actually maybe just download this sheet, right, as a template, take out leave in these headings and take out these little things over here and just fill in your part if you wanted to do it that way. But all these elements I'm looking for. So if something's missing, I'm probably going to ask you to fill it in, and we'll talk about your goals for the project and what you think about your deadline and all that stuff. And then pretty much from here on, what we're working on is that project. So we'll meet on Mondays still, so I can touch base and talk about things like college admissions essay and stuff like that. But I'm not planning on making any more daily assignments except formatives. That's pretty much it. So I'm not going to give you stuff you don't need. I would rather you focus on the project. Does that make sense? And like your college stuff. Hopefully that makes sense. Are there any questions about how to do the research proposal or how I got to any of these documents or anything?
Wait, Miss, can we make a copy of the actual like template, not the template, but like the one that you're showing right now?
I don't know,
Because I
can
was
you?
trying to, I don't know, I was trying to figure it out and I couldn't.
It's because I put it, it's a slideshow and I figured out how to put it like a presentation on there. I guess you could do it. You could, can you, I could put it like a PDF on the classroom.
I don't know. See, I'll figure it out.
No, I'll put it on a PDF.
Okay.
Because if I just take a screenshot, or if you take a screenshot, then none of the links work. So, right. I'll put it in PDF form. Okay. All right, so let's go through the tasks for this week. Obviously, you have formatives this week. 2 of them are infographics that I want you to look at. So there's something to look forward to. And, you know, they'll be college oriented. Your research project proposal is due on Wednesday. Here's a reminder about the Apply Texas with the counselors. By Friday, please make sure that you've signed up for a conference. The days are going very quickly. People have been emailing me throughout the end of the week last week and over the weekend, filling in some of the spots. So do check the schedule before you sign up, and that way you know you'll get an empty spot. I'm gonna have to go back and forth 10 times about, nope, that one's taken, that one's taken, that one's taken. So if you haven't already signed up for your conference, you need to do that by Friday. But by Friday, I think you'll probably have to take one certain, whatever's available. So, but that's why I scheduled it from 3 until 4:30, so that there'd be enough time for, you know, like it's not class time specifically. But do make sure that you just email me. Make sure your calendar's updated. I'll put that in here too. The next synchronous class is when I put Wednesday on here because it's with the counselors. But our next class period will be the following Monday.
Ms. Ramos, do you know what time the meeting will start?
It'll be the same as our class period. It'll be the same Zoom too. The counselors asked me to like make them a a host in the meeting, so they're gonna come into my Zoom meeting. But yeah, there's some things, if you notice on the Google Classroom, I've been putting in some things like they sent out 2 forms and 2 documents that they wanted you to look at, and they're going to refer to those when they have their meeting and things like that. So they should be available there for you. But I'll send a reminder the night before with the Zoom link and whatever documents they want you to have, so that you have everything at your fingertips on Wednesday. And I'll be there too. So, I mean, obviously I have to start the Zoom meeting. Good. Any other questions? There is a formative for today. I think today's question asks you to find a quotation about education that inspires you and share it with me, and then tell me why it, you know, is meaningful to you. So that one should be a little more fun than just responding to my quotations. Reminder that our video archive is here under 2A. So if you ever happen to miss a class, or if you need to go back and hear me talk about something to refresh your memory, you can just click right here where it says video archive, and it will take you to the playlist that I'm creating in YouTube for you. And all of our classes are here. Well, it'll look a little different because I'm logged into that one, but anyway. That was only a half an hour, but I'm wondering if you have any questions. If you want to, you can stick around after this meeting, and if you have some questions that you want me to go over specifically about your research proposal or any help that you need with that, or your college planning survey, then just stick around and we can talk about it. All right. That's all I have for you today. So I think that it's good to have short today because we'll be taking up time on Wednesday with the counselors, and that way you can maybe spend some time today working on other things and not be so put off by that. Okay. All right, it was good to see you all this morning. I hope you all have a great week. I'll be seeing some of you in conferences. I'm looking forward to it. All right, take care. You can sign out.
You too, Miss. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.